This is Robin. I'd like to welcome all my new friends and the ones that's been with me from the beginning. I hope you are having a wonderful day. This is going to be a Keeping It Real series, and it's going to be about taking responsibility for what you do. Again, I'm not a psychologist, psychiatrist, a counselor. These are my opinions, only my opinions. If you disagree or agree, that's fine. You have a right to your opinion. Um, After the video, if you want to leave a comment in the comment box below or email me or write, that's fine. I'd greatly appreciate it. I'd love to hear from each and every one of you. So let's begin. Just to start out, and it's not going to be a long video, it's just kind of, teaching our children from when they're small that if they do something wrong, that they have to take responsibility for it. And, as they get older, some parents have this thing to where they don't believe their kids do anything wrong. Or no matter what their kids say, whatever excuse they give, they believe them. And in some cases, you want to be able to believe your children. You want your children to come to you with whatever they need to speak to you about, whether it's good or bad or whatever. And you want them to know that you're going to believe them and trust them. So they will want to come and talk to you. But in some cases, if they're lying or adding to the truth or leaving some out, I guess you're going to believe them until you find out different. You should always have the story or as much of the truth of the story as you can before you call them a liar or tell them that you don't believe their story or whatever. But you should try to keep an open mind when they talk to you about things. But again, they have to learn that if they do something wrong, there's consequences, whether it be from you or from the school or at a job, or depending on what they do, then there's consequences with the police or the court system. But if you teach them from little, when they lie, give them a consequence. Whether you stand them in a corner, sit them on a chair. Some people believe in smacking their bottom, some don't. That's totally up to you. It's whatever, your choice is. But hold them responsible for what they do wrong. But then, if they're one of these children that seem like they always get in trouble, sometimes we kind of lose track and we're always blame, and yell, and punish. But, there is times they do things right, get a good grade on a paper at school, or, do something nice for somebody without being asked, or helping somebody out, telling the truth about something. You have to encourage that. And, when you find out that they do something positive, you have to be there and tell them how proud you are of them and encourage that. Don't always be discouraging, because they might be a child that, gets into trouble and lies and things of that nature. Some of these children and young adults, may have ADD, ADHD, impulse control, bipolar. And I understand some of their problems may stem from that. And again, it's your choice whether you decide to get them on medication or not. I'm not telling you to do that, but you still have to teach them that when they get older, they can't use that as an excuse for doing wrong. it's a big wide range of different scenarios again. But that's just, kind of what I wanted to touch base on. You have to correct them. You have to teach them. That's what we, our parents, have to do, whether we like to or not. Sometimes we have to be the bad guy, but just remember, every child is not always bad. They're not always, understood. And again, if there's medical or mental issues, we do have to be a little bit more cautious on how we talk to them and how we react. But still, you cannot allow them to be allowed to use that as a reason why they're not doing what they're supposed to do. And if you teach them that there's rules and there's consequences, if they do not follow them rules, they will learn whenever they get out in the world, whether as a young adult or a grown adult, they'll learn that if they choose to break the law or if they choose to do something wrong, when the consequences come, they're going to understand the reason why they got the consequences is because of what they chose to do. But again, I'm going to end that there and hope that, you like this video and, just a little bit of information, about me. I was never a perfect mother. I did a lot of things that I regret. I wish there were things I could do over, but my children knew right from wrong. And if they chose to do the wrong, then they had to suffer the consequences. And I always tried to tell them, look, if you are responsible enough to make that choice that you knew you shouldn't have made, then be responsible enough to own up to what you did and don't lie about it. Admit that you did it, take the punishment and let it go. And, you have to be encouraging on one other subject. Just because they keep making mistakes over and over and over again, it doesn't mean that they're not going to change or make positive, things that may happen in their life, choices. They may choose later on in life to make positive choices. You just can't, when they get to the point where they're discouraged themselves and, they come to you and tell you that how many more mistakes am I going to make before I straighten up? What's wrong with me? You just, as a parent, have to be there and just encourage them that, if you made a mistake, and you paid for it, it's over with. You can't keep throwing it up in their face. It's not right. If you do that, then it's like they're repaying, they're rehashing and reliving that mistake over and over again, and that's not right either. So anyway, again, now there are some major mistakes that people make that will be with them for the rest of their life. Again, there's different scenarios on what I'm talking about. So anyway, if you like this kind of video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. Our channel is growing and I could not be more proud, more happy, and I am so thankful again for each and every one of you. I hope you have a good day till we talk again. Take care. Bye.